Hello everyone in the World Wide Web, Brian here. Hey, you doing anything this weekend? Well, why not watch the latest installment of Fix It Friday? And thank goodness it's Fix It Friday, because today we're gonna fix Développé, or developed. All right, Développé, or developed. Let's not waste any time. Let's get to it. First thing I see going wrong in Développé, let's start to the front. I'm gonna start at the beginning. So the first thing I see when we Développé front, right, is turning that leg in to parallel and then extending the leg, right? What's ballet all about? We've talked about this before, rotation, rotation, rotation. When we Développé, we're gonna go rotating, because we go hip, knee, foot, right? We go hip, knee, foot. The foot is the last thing to arrive, right? Now when we go to the front, we're gonna lead with the heel. We're gonna keep the rotation, keeping the thigh out, knee back, and leading with the heel to extend to the front. The second thing I see when we Développé to the front, or devant, is leaning back to get the leg up. Back on our heel, leaning back. Where's that going to take us? Falling backwards, where we don't want to be. We don't want that. Or we want to avoid that. What is preferable is to keep the body straight up, and we want to keep the weight, which is our pelvis, over our toes. Yes? All right, so we're going to stay forward, and we Développé. I'm not leaning back. I'm not going to fall back. A la seconde to the side. The big offender in a la seconde, right, is sticking those ribs out and really leaning to get the leg up. Yes, when we get above 90, the hips are going to tilt. But 90 and below, the hips are square, right? And then when we're going to go above 90, I'm going to support my knee here. Above 90, the hips are going to tilt somewhat, a little bit, right? And we're going to keep our standing side going up as we extend the leg. So we're going to avoid sticking our ribs out. So we're avoiding that sort of lean, that leaning Tower of Pisa. Then to the arabesque, the big offender is, again, lifting the hip and sticking the ribs out to get the leg up, which means we're all out of whack. So what we want to do, we're going to use the glutes to get the leg up, right? And avoid using the rib cage and tilting the hips, right? So we're gonna go using the rotation of the head of the femur inside the hip socket, rotating. We're gonna go forward, rotate forward and out, using the glutes to get the leg up. Of course, again, everyone's leg is gonna be higher than mine, right? I hope. And I like to keep the back up as much as possible in the arabesque, right? Yeah, it's gonna lean forward a bit, but again, we're not going to be doing the airplane. Anybody else afraid of flying? I used to be afraid of flying when I was traveling all the time. I'm fine with it now, but let's talk about écarté. Yeah, because we're going to do some écarté lines in our exercise, in our Développé exercise. So I'm going to talk about body directions in another video, but I'm just going to talk about écarté, derrière and devant, right? Écarté, separated. The main thing when we do Développé écarté, devant and derrière both, right, is now we want to lean. Now we're going to lean and we're going to stick those ribs out, right? And so the body is leaning. I'm going to just have my toes on the floor for this, right? And again, we're going to have the pelvis over the toes, because this is the 21st century, right? And we're going to have the arms in a high third position, and we're going to tilt the head. We want to tilt the head back and bring the jawline forward. And again, it almost feels like you're scrunching your neck. It's very awkward. It's an awkward position, right? But it looks beautiful. Sometimes things that are beautiful are awkward, and sometimes things that are awkward are beautiful. And then for écarté derrière, again, a lot of the times, again, people don't want to lean. They'll have the leg up and they'll be like this. And I keep asking them, lean, lean, lean. And as long as your center, as long as your hips over those toes, you can lean. So another thing that I talk a lot about in my classes is coordination. Why? Because it's a coordination nation, right? Kind of like Rhythm Nation with Janet Jackson. She's on tour right now. I wish I could see her. Anyway, we're gonna go. Say we start from fifth. And coup de pied devant, arms en bas. And then we bring the toes to the knee and retiré. The arm comes first at the same time. And then as we extend the leg, the arm comes up to fifth. And then we lower the leg, the arm opens to second. And then as we close fifth, we take a breath of the arm, the fingers come right above the shoulder. We take a breath, inhale, and we exhale on the way down. And we close fifth, and the arm comes en bas, and we look down towards the hand. And the same thing goes for the à la seconde and the derrière. Retiré, arm first, and then you can either go arm fifth, you can open the arm to second to match the leg, right? Because we're going to match the leg. So it's harmonious, harmoniously. The toes to the back of the knee, retiré, right? I know some people like to do heel to the back of the knee, but that's very romantic. Isn't it romantic? Yes, it's romantic. But it's old-fashioned. And we don't want to be old-fashioned in ballet. No, no. So I like to bring the toes to the back of the knee. Arm first, and the fingers in line with the belly button, and then extend to the back. Arm comes allongé, fingers above the shoulder, and then lower and close. What I like to talk about when it comes to any type of standing on a leg, whether it's pirouette, whether it's développé, whether you're doing adagio, I always stress to my students that we want to really concentrate more on the standing leg and making sure the standing leg is secure, as opposed to worrying about how high your leg is, right? So it might be nice to have the leg really high, but if you're not secure in your standing leg and you're wobbling and you're fibbling, then it's not very impressive, right? But it's more impressive if you have a nice sturdy standing leg and you're gonna hold a position with the leg out. Of course, again, your leg will be way up here as opposed to mine, right? Right. Let's do a développé exercise, shall we? We're going to pivot over our toes, away from the bar in an effacé line, right? Over the toes. We're going to développé, coup de pied devant, heel forward, toes to the knee, retiré, extend devant, arm fifth, like we did earlier, lower, breathe, and a close. We're going to stay in this position. We're going to do it again. Coup de pied devant, toes to the knee, retiré. Then we're going to lean and do écarté derrière, looking down towards the floor. We're going to rise up, elevate, and tombe away from the bar, arms forth. And we're going to balancé, turning into the bar. Then we're going to piqué quickly. And then we're going to hold. Then we're going to pivot, other side, bringing that standing heel around to the other side. And hold, extend the arabesque. And then we'll penché down, keeping everything nice and square, and recover, and close. And then we'll do other side. Hey, I really appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to watch my video. If you like the content, please consider frapping that like button. Also consider bombing that subscribe button. It'll really help my channel. Also, if you know anyone who needs a laugh or help with their développé, why not share the video? Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye-bye.